So we'll proceed for sloka number 3.14 today. 1.4 and 1.5. Yeah, so let's start. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 3, text number 14. By His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So repeat after me. Annad bhavanti bhutani.
Annad
Annad bhavanti
bhavati
bhutani.
Annad bhavanti bhutani.
Annad
Annad bhavanti
bhavati
bhutani.
Parjanyadanna sambhavah.
Parjanyad anna
Parjanyad
sambhava.
Parjanyad anna sambhavah.
anna
Parjanyad anna
sambhava
sambhava.
Yajnad bhavanti parjanyo.
Yajnat janyo
Yajnad bhavati parjanyo.
Yajnat bhavati janyo
Yajnaha karma samudbhavah.
Yajnat karma samudbhava
Yajnaha karma samudbhavah.
Yajnat karma samudbhava.
Thank you. What meaning? So please keep yourself on mute. Annat means from grains, bhavanti, grow. Bhutani, the material bodies. Parjanyat, from rains. Anna, of food grains. Sambhavaha, production. Yagyat, from the performance of sacrifice. Bhavati, becomes possible. Parjanyaha, rain. Yagyaha, performance of yagya. Karma, prescribed duties. Samudbhavaha, born of. So translation, can you repeat after me? All living bodies subsist on food grains,
All living bodies
Bodies
subsist
subsist
on
on
grains
food grains.
which are produced from rains.
which are
Which
produced
are
from
produced from
rain.
Rains
rains.
are produced by performance of yagya, sacrifice,
Rains are
Rains are
performed
produced
by
by
performance of
performance of
yajna sacrifice,
and yagya is born of prescribed duties.
and
and
yajna is
yajna
born of
The
prescribed.
purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So I want devotee to read, but I think last time someone was pending, right? I think Shruti Mataji.
Yes. Shall I read?
Yeah. Mataji, please, I will help you with the sloka. Please start.
Srila Prabhupada Vidya Bhushana, a great commentator on the Bhagavad Gita, writes as follows.
येन्द्रियादि अङ्गतयावस्थितं यज्ञं सर्वेश्वरं विष्णुम् अभ्यर्च्य तच्छेषम् अस्नन्ति तेन तद् देहयात्रं सम्पादयन्ति ते सन्तः सर्वेश्वरस्य यज्ञपुरुषस्य भक्ताः सर्वकिल्बिषैरनादिकालविवृधैर् आत्मनुभव प्रतिबन्धकैर्निखिलैः पापैर्विमुच्यन्ते.
The Supreme Lord, who is known as the Yagna Purusha, or the personal beneficiary of all sacrifices, is the master of all demigods who serve him as the different limbs of the body serve the whole. Demigods like Indra, Chandra, and Varuna are appointed officers who manage material affairs, and the Vedas direct sacrifices to satisfy these demigods so that they may be pleased to supply air, light, water sufficiently to produce food grains. When Lord Krishna is worshipped, the demigods who are different limbs of the Lord are also automatically worshipped. Therefore, there is no separate need to worship the demigods. For this reason, the devotees of the Lord who are in Krishna consciousness offer food to Krishna and then eat, a process which nourishes the body spiritually. By such action, not only are past sinful reactions in the body vanquished, but the body becomes immunized to all contamination of spirit of material nature. When there is an epidemic disease, An antiseptic vaccine protects a person from the attack of such an epidemic. Similarly, food offered to Lord Vishnu and then taken by us makes us sufficiently resistant to material affection, and one who is accustomed to this practice is called a devotee of the Lord. Therefore, a person in Krishna consciousness who eats only food offered to Krishna can counteract all reactions of past material infections, which are impediments to the progress of self realization. On the other hand, who does not do so continues to increase the volume of sinful action, and this prepares the next body to resemble hogs and dogs to suffer the resultant reactions of all sins. The material world is full of contaminations, and one who is immunized by accepting prasadam of the Lord, food offered to Vishnu, is saved from the attack, whereas one who does not do so becomes subjected to contamination.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah. Who else wants to continue? Any other devotee?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Yeah, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Food grains or vegetables are factually eatables. The human being eats different kinds of food grains, vegetables, fruits, etc. And animals eat the refuse of the food grains and vegetables, grass, plants, etc. Human beings who are accustomed to eating meat and flesh must also depend on the production of vegetation in order to eat the animals. Therefore, ultimately, we have to depend on the production of the field and not on the production of big factories. The field production is due to sufficient rain from the sky, and such rains are controlled by demigods like Indra, Sun, Moon, etc., and they are all servants of the Lord. The Lord can be satisfied by sacrifices. Therefore, one who cannot perform them will find himself in scarcity. That is the law of nature. Yagna, specifically the Sankirtana Yagna prescribed for this age, must therefore be performed to save us at least from scarcity of food supply. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So we'll go to 3.15. कर्म ब्रह्मोद्भवं विद्धि
कर्म
कर्म ब्रह्मोद्भवं विद्धि
कर्म ब्रह्मोद्भवं विद्धि
कर्म
ब्रह्मोद्भवं विद्धि
ब्रह्माक्षरसमुद्भवम्
ब्रह्माक्षरसमुद्भवं
ब्रह्माक्षरसमुद्भवम्
ब्रह्माक्षरसमुद्भवम्
तस्मात् सर्वगतं ब्रह्म
तस्मात्
तस्मात्
सर्वगतं ब्रह्म
तस्मात् सर्वगतं ब्रह्म
तस्मात् सर्वगतं
सर्वगतं
ब्रह्म
नित्यं यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम्
नित्यं यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम्
नित्यं यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम्
नित्यं यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम्
प्रतिष्ठितम्
Karma means work. Brahma means from the Vedas. Udbhavam produced. Vidhi, you should know. Brahma, the Vedas. Akshara, from the Supreme Brahman, personality of Godhead. Samudbhavam, directly manifested. Tasmat, therefore. Sarvagatam, all pervading. Brahma, transcendence. Nityam, eternally. Yajna, in sacrifice. Pratishthitam, situated. Translation, kindly repeat. Regulated activities are prescribed in the Vedas,
regulated
are
activities
prescribed in the Vedas,
and the Vedas are directly manifested from the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
and the Vedas
and the Vedas are directly manifested from the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Consequently, the all pervading transcendence
consequently
Consequently, the all-pervading
pervading
transcendence
transcendence
is eternally situated in acts of sacrifice.
is
is
eternally
eternally
situated in
situated
acts of
in acts of sacrifice.
Purport. Yeah, one more volunteer.
Can I, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna.
Girijaya Mataji, yeah, please.
Yeah. Purport. Yajnantra karma, or the necessity of the work for the satisfaction of Krishna, only is more expressively stated in the verse. If we have to work for the satisfaction of Yagna Purusha, Vishnu, then we must find out the direction of Brahman, or the transcendental Vedas. The Vedas are therefore codes of working directions. Anything performed with the direction of the Vedas is called Vikarma, or,
Without.
without Vikarma. Uh, Without the direction of Vedas is called Vikarma, or unauthorized or sinful work. Therefore, one should always take direction from the Vedas to be saved from the reaction of work. As one has to work in ordinary life by the direction of the state, one similarly has to work under the direction of supreme state of the Lord. Such direction in Vedas are directly manifested from the breathing of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is said, Asya
अस्य महतो भूतस्य निश्वसितम् एतद् यद् ऋग्वेदो यजुर्वेद समवेदो अथर्वाङ्गिरशः.
Girisha. Where is this?
Here. The four Vedas.
The four Vedas, namely,
The Rig
namely
Veda.
Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, and Atharva Veda, are the emanations,
Emanations.
emanations from the breathing of the great personality of the Godhead. Bharata
Brihad Aranyaka Upanishad.
Upanishad 4.5.11. The Lord being o-
Omnipotent.
omnipotent can speak by breathing air, for as it is confirmed in the Brahma Samiti. The Lord has omnipotence to perform through each his senses the actions of all senses. In other words, the Lord can speak through his breathing, and he can impregnate by his eyes. In fact, it is said that he glanced over material nature and thus uh,
Fathered.
fathered all living entities after creating or impregnating the conditioned souls into the womb of material nature. He gave his directions in the Vedic wisdom as to show as to how
How
such
such?
how such conditional souls can be returned to home, can return to home back to Godhead. We should always remember that the conditioned souls in material nature are are all eager for the material enjoyment, but Vedic directions are so made one can satisfy one's perverted desires, then return to Godhead, having finished his so-called enjoyment. It is a chance for the conditioned souls to attain liberation. Therefore, the conditioned souls must try to follow the process of yajna, becoming Krishna conscious. Even those who have not followed Vedic injunctions may adopt the principles of Krishna consciousness, and that will take the place of performance of Vedic yajnas or karmas.
Thank you, Mataji. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you for being very patient for the two slokas. They are related actually. I don't know if you will be able to find the relation, but maybe yes, you can go through both the slokas, and then we will quickly kindly share your points. And so very nice that all of you have shared wonderful points. I will like to highlight certain things. Okay, before I start with discussing today two slokas, I I was sharing that last week we discussed. So last two slokas, like 3.12 and 3.13, there was one point, like someone who is not acknowledging the presence of the Lord, and the presence of Lord Vishnu or Lord Hari directly in his life or her life, and thinking that the devatas are all in all. So what kind of activity they are doing? If they are cheating, They are cheating actually. They are becoming cheaters. That word was used in 3.1.2. And in 3.13 it was used if anyone is not offering to the Lord, one is acknowledging, not acknowledging the Lord, and second is not offering to the Lord. So the first one, when not acknowledging, is a cheater. The second person who is not offering to the Lord is a sinner, a thief.
If
Thief word was used. So चोर है वो, cheater है, चोर भी है. And we can stop ourselves to become a cheater by offering sacrifice to the Lord, understanding that all devatas are drawing energy and power from Him to give it to us to satisfy our desires or sanction anything what we are wishing for. And on the same hand, we should not become a sinner or become a mm, thief by offering everything to the Lord, whatever we have in His service. And that could happen only by tongue, primary element. So these points I don't know why none of you said. So tongue means um, Sevan Mukhe Jivado, we discussed last week. So by speaking out about Hari Katha, we are actually doing Sankirtana Yajna. And by taking prasadam through the tongue, we are offering everything to the Lord and not becoming a thief and cheater. So, now coming to today's discussion. All of you, please keep yourself on mute. I'm hearing my own voice. Yeah, now it is fine. 3.14. If you see here, there is a cycle. I don't know how many of you noticed. There is a cycle here. First is Annad Bhavanti Bhutani. Annad means, all of you know, is Anna, grains. Bhavanti Bhutani. So everyone is dependent on Anna or food. Everyone. No one in this world, including animals and humans, anyone who has a life is dependent on food grains. Now, how food grains can be developed? Parjanyad anna sambhavah. Food grains are only possible if there is parjanya. What is parjanya? Rains. Parjanyat means rains. Actually, Nanda Maharaj, his father's name was Parjanya. Krishna's father, Nand Baba, his father's name was Parjanya. Rains, they were actually taking care of the cows. Cows were having feeding on the grass. They were giving milk, and automatically by the milk they were running their families, and by that the taking care good care of cows and brahmanas, automatically the Lord was the controllers of the Lord Hari, they were happy and they were giving rains. So here also it is mentioned Anna Bhavati Bhavanti Bhutani. Living entities are dependent on grains. Grains are produced by rains. Then it is saying Yagyat Bhavati Parjanyo. You see, these words are repeated. Here Parjan, again here Parjanyo. Here Anna, here again Anna. So what is the reason how rains will come? Rains will come from Yagya. And how Yagya will happen? Yagyaha karma samudbhavaha. Yagya will happen because of karma, actions. So whatever actions is actually karma. So it is a cycle where food grains are coming from living entities we are dependent on food grains. Food grains can come from rains. Rains can come from yajna. Yajna can come from happen from our karma. So what is our karma is in the next sloka. What is the karma that they are discussing about? Karma brahmodbhavam vidhi. Whatever is prescribed in the shastra. कर्मा कैसा होना चाहिए? Whatever is prescribed in the shastra. Now, many a time when people say we should do our duty, we should karma means they understand duty. So people understand generally duties means taking care of the family, taking care of children, taking care of elders, taking care of society, friends. Definitely that is karma, but people understand this to be all in all. But this is not all in all for a human. For an animal, this is all in all. Else, how our life is different from animals? Don't think that animals do not have these things. If you, Srila Prabhupada once in a lecture, he was sharing about the birds. How the birds work, I will tell. There will be a male bird, there will be a female bird. Then there will be small babies. Okay, so they will have a small nest. They will prepare a small nest or home where they can stay. अपना छोटा सा घर बनाएंगे चिड़िया जो है, ठीक है. And then what they will do? They will keep their eggs inside that, and they will try to give protection from outside so that the egg can be converted to giving birth to the babies. And they will not enter that nest, they will be outside protecting their kids, giving shelter so that they can be born in a nice way. I mean, in proper environment. And they will sustain all heat, all rain, everything from outside just to give that love to the, or maybe that sufficient care for the baby to get born. That also we do. And now, after the baby is born, what they will do? They will immediately bring food, collect food. So that because the babies are small, the female bird actually stays at nest, and the male bird goes entire day outside to collect food. That is what also we do, right? And then the male bird comes home, giving some food, just drops inside the nest, and immediately the kids take it. The small birds, they take it. And slowly, what happens? They grow. When they grow, who grow? The babies grow the same amount of food. What the bird name is actually weaver bird, weaver, Weaver. Prabhupada gives its example that the weaver bird, when the babies grow, they need more food, and the male bird is not alone. He is tired because he is growing old also, right? He is tired by just going every day and bringing food. Then the female bird gives a commitment. Don't worry, they are my kids also. So I will come with you. Now the kids are a little bigger, so they can manage playing and all at home. And these two go then out to bring more and more food. And both of them work hard day in and day out to give them the food. Even we also do the same things, right? And like this, they grow old. And even when they drop the food, the baby birds do not eat all of it. The elder birds give it to the younger birds first. Once the younger ones are eating and completing, then the elders start having it. That means they also have that thing of, okay, my affection to their fellow brothers and sisters. So, how do you see our human life different from this? It is not. So, definitely, human life is not meant for only taking care of the family, only taking care of the children, and that is not the goal. Human life, else, human life will be animal life. So, human life is meant to understand that like inside this body what is present, the soul. And for the family also, we should see beyond the bodies of the family members, that there is a soul there also. So now for the soul, what we are doing, for my soul, me as a soul, and for them as a soul, what are we doing? Are we doing anything? So that karma is called spiritual karma. And from where this thing will come, how we will know what exactly to do? From a very specific thing which is only available in this material world from the spiritual world, that is Shastra, that is the scripture, Vidhi. So that Shastra is a such a beautiful thing which is available in the material world from the spiritual world, from the breathing of the Lord. That is coming from the breathing. Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajur Veda, Atharva Veda. Lord will breathe and Shastras have come out. So Lord has given the Shastras that you study what is there and you follow that. Then you will be saying as doing karma, proper karma. Not that just taking care of things, that is not karma. And the people are thinking, this is what God has meant for me. If you ask outside also, they will say, I am doing everything as per God, Lord. Whatever Lord has asked me, I'm doing. They don't know what Lord is asking them. And people also think that if they are not harming anyone, they are very good, they are well to do, and they are not hurting anyone, so that is enough. No. So that is not enough. That is, if you see animals also doing the same thing. Who do you think animals or those birds are hurting? Are they hurting anyone? No. They are also taking care. They are also kind. They are also already in the mood of goodness. They even birds also don't eat meat and all, many birds. So they are already in the mode of goodness. So what better we are then? So we should go for scriptures which the animals cannot. Now here comes the story that karma brahmodbhavam vidhi brahmakshara samudbhavam tasmat sarvagatam brahma nityam yagya pratishthitam. That last line you see, nityam yagya pratishthitam. Nityam means every time. Yagya is yagya. Pratishthitam, available. Who is available in the yagya? The Lord Hari is always available in the yagya. And anyone who knows this, they can see the Lord in the yagya. So basically, we are trying to see the Lord. Let's say many people say, I want to see the Lord. We cannot see the Lord only because Lord's body is spiritual and our eyes are material. Okay? Our eyes are material, our ears are material, our mind is also contaminated and it is material. So that is the reason why we are not able to see the Lord. When Srila Prabhupada was asked, have you seen the Lord? Yes. He says, I daily interact with the Lord. Whatever I have written also I have not written. It is Lord's guidance by which I am writing all this. In one of the lectures, Srila Prabhupada said, he was in the lecture, he was giving a lecture, and in between he was paying Dandavat. So they immediately the devotees and disciples, they asked, Srila Prabhupada, whom are you paying Dandavat? They saw all around, there was no one else. He said, I can see Narada Muni standing there, hearing what we are discussing. I can see Garud Dev there. I can see Indra Dev there. He has specified in his lectures. If you go through those lectures, you can find. Srila Prabhupada says that wherever there is Hari Katha, all the devatas come and gather, like how Parikshit Maharaj was hearing from Bhagavatam from Sukadev Goswami, and all sages, including Vyasudev, Narada Muni, and Sutta Goswami, and many other, Sonakadi Rishi, everyone was there. So the pure devotees of the Lord always love to hear Harikatha. So wherever it is happening, they are always present. Just that we cannot see them because they are spiritual and we are material. When our eyes become spiritual, our mind becomes spiritual, our consciousness becomes spiritual, Krishna consciousness fully, then we also can see. We also can see. Even in Guru Maharaj case also it happened. Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, he after he got a stroke, he was in hospital for many years. He was taking surgery and other things were happening, and his body was in a very bad state. And there was one time doctor said that he has become a vegetable. Doctor said means that is called a vegetative state. Vegetable means you cannot move unless someone moves you and all. So your heart is beating but nothing functions. And in a vegetative state, when someone goes into, then the doctor normally says that it is on to the Lord to help. We cannot do anything, and they have very less time. The astrological chart said that he is already dead. Means whatever astrology says, he should be not now living. He is already dead. His time has gone. But still he is here. He actually he was asked by his fellow God brothers, like other Prabhupada disciples, how is this happening? So he explained that there was a time while he was in the hospital when he saw a golden gate. And that golden gate was the gate of Vaikuntha. And there the Vishnu Dutas came, and Prabhupada was also there. And they came to take him. But he denied that I have not still fulfilled all your instructions, Srila Prabhupada. So I want to stay for some more time. So please allow me to be here for the time I need to complete your instructions, what you have given to me, or to fulfill your instructions. Actually, TOVP was not inaugurated by that time, the temple of Vedic Planetarium. And that is how Guru Maharaj has just held himself back. And I means everyone is saying that once TVP is fully next year, maybe it is fully revealed, then we don't know when Guru Maharaj would plan for anything like that. So you can understand that we cannot see the Lord because we are material, and our work also is very much material. Even if we are now in connection with devotees and Shastra, we are trying to do something. We are better than before, but still we are on the path. And someone is thinking that taking care of everything is really duty of life, then that even animals are doing. Even loving and caring, animals are doing. Everything animals are doing. If you watch closely, if you research on them, you will find those feelings in their heart, and sacrificing, having patience, being tolerant. Even they are also having. Okay, so nothing new for us. And if anyone wants to see the Lord, yajna is the process. Yajna, the Lord is present in every yajna, and specifically in Kali Yuga, the Sankirtana yajna. So that was clearly mentioned by Srila Prabhupada in the discussions we had today. And there was this points also, like anyone who is doing without the direction of Vedas is called Vikarma. We say that Vikarma means against the scriptures. If you ask me how many of the people in Kali Yuga are doing against the scriptures, everyone. Everyone, nobody is following scriptures. Every single thing what we do, just by not having prasadam, we are doing against the scriptures. Right? Not by acknowledging the Lord's presence in our life, we are doing against the scriptures. Not by considering ourselves as soul and considering ourselves as body, we are against the scriptures. Not considering our family members also souls, and consider them that they are another body, and I am the enjoyer of them, and or whatever, I am controller of them, or I am provider for them. That itself is against the scriptures. So in that sense, everything we are doing is against the scriptures. Vikarma only we are doing, and that is called as sinful work, unauthorized, unauthorized or sinful work. So how many sins are we gathering? So there the solution is given. One should take the direction. Always, not like once in a life. Once in 2021 I took direction. Not like that. Always take the direction from the Vedas to be saved from the reaction of work. Actually, what is happening, I'll tell you in today's time also. One more last thing I would like to add. People in devotee circles who are, let's say, coming to ISKCON also, they know that this is good thing. Array, this will give so many things. If you do Krishna conscious, if activities, if you japa, if you associate, if you do book distribution, so many things can be achieved. It is a good thing. It is a good thing. They know, but they don't know if they don't do how much they are losing, or how much sinful activity they are gathering. That they are not thinking. That is what is stopping them to be serious in Krishna consciousness. They are seeing this as a good activity. They are understanding this in the class, but when it comes to practicality, they are not implementing because they don't know what they are losing by not doing this. Every passing day, when they don't do that, every passing minute, every passing moment, when they don't take it seriously, then how much they are losing and how much they are piling their sins, that they are not realizing. That is called Kali Yuga mentality. In Vedic lifestyle, in the previous yugas, that was not there. They were very much, at least scared, at least. If not out of love, they were scared. I don't want to pile up sins. Whatever is required to not do sins, I will do it. And that is how they were following scriptures nicely. So now we do not know what is there in the scripture. So we have our own definition of what is sin and what is not sin. We are following our definition कि भाई ये पाप नहीं है, ये तो है, ये पाप नहीं है. लेकिन अब शास्त्र पढ़ोगे तो पता चलेगा कि बहुत सारा चीज हमें लग रहा है कि ये पाप नहीं है, लेकिन वो पाप है. I think that is one of the example of Maya also. Maya means what is not. Right? We read in Bhagavad Gita, Bhakti Vriksha class also, right? We are thinking it is there, but it is not. So even what we are thinking as sin, not sin, it is sin. So this also we should understand. Okay, so I think we are done mostly. Any questions anyone has or any sharing?
Prabhuji,
Yes.
whose responsibility is it to take us back to Vaikuntha and back to God?
Whose responsibility it is for you to travel in a ship? Let's say you're traveling in a ship, right? From one place to another place. Whose responsibility it is to take you?
The drivers,
Driver. Driver is acting under whom?
my direction, I think.
You direction. You are a passenger in the ship. So driver is acting under whose direction? You are not under you, right? Under the direction of
The ticket.
captain of the ship, right? The driver is acting under the captain of the ship. And the captain of the ship is responsible for you to cross the river or whatever. Cross the ocean, not river. Similarly, but we have to buy the ticket, right? We have to be eligible to buy the ticket. So responsibility the guru takes. He becomes the captain of the ship. Srila Prabhupada will become the captain of the ship. But we should be ready to board the boat. So they will take our responsibility when we offer ourselves to their instructions. Right? When we are thinking, shall I go, shall I not go? No, no, no. Looking back, many things are there. Maybe I can complete them and come. Maybe I will just complete this thing. Just another 5 minutes. Prabhupada, please, another 5 minutes. Maybe another some years. Or another some more lifetimes. Please give me. Please allow me because I have some unfinished work. Then the captain may not wait, right? The ship will definitely move. And we are not boarding the ship. So it is our responsibility initially, and till we hand over the responsibility to Prabhupada. Okay. Any other question? Yeah,
May
Jiva,
I?
raise your hand.
May I ask a question?
Yeah, quickly. Yeah, please.
Yeah. I just want to know what is the exact definition of yagna and what is the best way to practice yagna in our current lifestyle?
Mm. Actually, we have been discussing about this yagya since last 2, 3 slokas. So yagya normally refers to that sacrifice. Yagya means sacrifice. But in our mind, yagya comes like we do some homa, fire sacrifice, right? Some fire has to be there, someone. So, uh, in actually spiritual sense, yagya in Kali Yuga is Sankirtana yagya. So, taking the shelter of holy name of the Lord is the yagya. Because in yagya also, fire sacrifice also, there is a sacrifice, there is a fire, there is a brahmana, there is a time, there is a mantra that is, and there are articles that are offered. And there are yajamans sitting. So similarly in this yagya also, we are the pujaris, brahmanas. The mantra is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The time is the Brahma Muhurta, and the yajamans are all other devotees together with us, right? And so this same, it is the yagya only. And the benefit is for only satisfaction of Lord Vishnu. So this is the meaning of yagya. How can we do in practical life? So um, there is no hard and fast rule for chanting. All times we can chant. And what we say chanting means, it is not a mechanical chanting we are discussing about. Ki I completed today 120 rounds or something. It is with that absorption. And through chanting, we will be, see, when we are doing chanting, slowly we should be attracted to see sevas. We should be attracted to deities. We should feel attracted that our love is increasing for devotees, for Guru, to follow the instructions, and we should wanting to give more and more. That is actually an outcome of chanting. If that is not happening, then there is some fault in our chanting, the way we are chanting. Okay, the way we are practicing. So it should lead us to more commitment from us and more, automatically, like we will feel like that. It's not like someone is pushing you. You feel like to give more, not to take more, to give more. So that feeling has to develop slowly. Then it is proper Sankirtana Yajna. Got it, Mataji? Yeah. Yes, Jivan
Yes.
bro.
Hare
Ah,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I think in one of the purports, maybe first 14th sloka purport, Prabhupada was mentioning about Vedas contain information about sacrifices for demigods.
Hmm.
To please demigods, and he also mentioned that so if you please Krishna, then there is no need of a demigod pleasing or any worshipping for demigod. So why do Vedas have this one? Then
Why do Vedas have this one? Okay, maybe your small kid, you have a kid, let's say, or you see baby, what they will be happy with? If you give a small toy car, if you give a small something, right, playing robotic cars or whatever they play with their video games and all those things. If you tell them to drive a big car, they don't know. First of all, they don't know, they don't have a license, right? They don't know the rules of driving, right? They don't know what is left, what is right side of the road, how people drive, how to put maps, nothing. They don't know anything about the functioning of the car. But their toy cars, they can very nicely, they can run it in a controlled environment. They know this is my dining hall or living hall. In this area, I can go left, right, and I can go under the table, I can go here, I can go there. So they know that. So when they cannot understand a real vehicle, they are given a toy car. When they come off of age, automatically they don't feel anymore interested in toy car. You give them toy car, they will say, "अरे हाँ बच्चा है क्या?" We're not kids, they will say. I need a real car. So devatas who will approach? You are wanting to become a devotee, you might ask this question, but you ask outside people. For them, devatas are everything. If you tell them to connect to the Lord, they will say, I want to do business, and he doesn't respond to businesses. So I will approach them who will respond to business. That devatas will do that. So his understanding is still that point. So he has to approach them. It is like that. And when they perfect the worship of devatas, then the devatas will guide. Array, till now you are worshipping me, thinking me to be all in all. Come, today I will show you who is my boss. And they will, so see, here is my boss, and I am paying Dandavat, you also pay Dandavat along with me. And from today, I am promoting you to worship him. Okay, so there is a promotion.
so the promotion happens generally by like how it happens. Like I mean, they get bored of the demigod. Maybe
No, 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 no.
like
The
whatever.
promo actually normally to say also people are not interested to really satisfy the devatas. Okay. They cannot they in Kali Yuga the people also are in that mood. They will be also never able to perfect their worship of devatas also because they are not following Vedic injunctions even to that extent. They are only related to till my benefit is there, I will approach him. Let's say sometimes that magic is not working, that link is not working. They will see for internet and other sources, AI, all those, that who is the next thing whom people are approaching, and then just go to him, go to them, her, right? So they, jahan jahan, there is no loyalty, right? Wherever it is cheaper, when better, easier, faster, yeah, that is the loyalty mechanism they have. So it's not like they get bored. They actually should fully feel satisfied that they are doing so much for the Lord. They are also giving back in the form of following the duties prescribed for that devata to do. Okay, but that doesn't happen normally in Kali Yuga. Okay, any other questions or sharing? Okay, I think we are done then. So I'll stop recording.